Well, good day, everybody. It's the weekend again, and it's kind of cool. No more work for the week, finished, and now looking forward to Monday for some. And for us, well, it's more of the same. And not a lot to report from the fleet in terms of tweets, but they're all doing pretty well. At the front of the fleet, the middle of the fleet are getting frustrated, and the back of the fleet, well, they're just losing out. That's the name of the game. And every day here in Punta Lest is just amazing. Perfect blue sky. There's not a cloud in the sky. Trade winds again, the same every day. It comes up at about 11 o'clock, starts to get stronger and stronger, and perfect for sailing, and then it'll drop off after sunset or just before sunset, and have a beautiful evening. And 600,000 people or something here now. And most people go out to dinner at about 10 o'clock at night, and but down by the yacht club there's a nightclub. Starts at about 11 o'clock, keeps going till 6 o'clock every morning. It's quite amazing. So it's a fun place. Miles and miles of beaches, all absolutely loaded. They don't swim much on a lot of the beaches here, but a bit further down they do. It's all about beach umbrellas and deck chairs and all that sort of stuff. So a cool place. Anyway, back to the tracker, and let's just see what's going on. Here, if I hit that one, you should get the tracker up there. Why is it not coming up? Come on. There's something not going right here. Why is that happening? I'm actually not getting any reaction here. Okay, I'm going to hit that. Okay, something stalled out here. I don't know why that's happened, but now I just hit that and say, okay, I've gone about it a different way. But anyway, you've got the tracker now. So, and you should be hearing me. And if I come down here, I've got the tracker. So as we suggested yesterday, Explorer and Sterner are not making great ground, although they're sailing again now. These are doing 5.3 knots. And Explorer's sort of doing a bit better than Sterner, because she's now headed up towards the moon at 4.9 knots, but only did 17 nautical miles in the day. They sailed back and forwards here, you can see going up, but in terms of distance along the run line, very low distance. Explorer's doing 5.3 at the moment, did 75 miles, so a little bit better than Sterner. The mid-fleet here is still stuck in this light stuff, but the leaders have just squeaked far enough ahead to get into this southwesterly airflow that we spoke about. And that's going to let them pull away, I reckon, for maybe the next 12, 18 hours. And a few people got just around the waypoint there. Translated went really close, but they did get around, so you can see that there. Translated came up and around, so that's kind of cool. Penjuic is still leading the way, only just. And Maiden's still doing okay, but it's relatively light stuff. So what have we got? I'll leave it up one. Leave it up one, and we'll walk you through the fleet. I'll start front to back this time, just so you can see the difference. So Penjuic did 189 nautical miles the last 24 hours and is doing a 9.8. So that's still pretty consistent. They'll be happy with that. Translated 9, doing 9 knots, 180 mile day. So they kept up with them, but they're losing a little bit out now. Both of these guys have pulled away from the rest of the fleet a little bit. And you can see there, Maiden doing 7.4 knots. It's just got less breeze. Nothing much they can do about that, and only managed 167. So they've lost out, maybe 30 miles in the last 24 hours from the front, and that's likely to extend. Spirit of Helsinki just about to go around the waypoint, 162 nautical mile days. So as we go further back, you'll see the daily runs decrease. But they're currently doing 8.1 knots at the moment. So that's kind of okay. Neptune, 8.3, 115 mile day. So you can see the distance is starting to open up, depending on whether you've got the breeze up here or whether you don't have it. And that's what we were projecting. Triana, 7.8 knots, 106 mile days. So Neptune's actually got away from it a bit there. And Galliano with Secure, 7.9, but they've been slowed up as well, only 105 mile in the last 24 hours. White Shadow, 7.3, 110. And continuing back with Evrika, 7.5, 109. And Outlaw, 7 knots, 114. L'Esprit de Keep, 6.2, to 1 knot and 120 mile days. So, excuse me. Jane's got the flu, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Excuse me. I'm still getting over it, but jeepers, yeah, I'm in trouble. She's just starting to get it. So, okay. So, what are we doing here? I'll just come back here and we'll look at the weather going forward. Right, just explain. So, yeah, you can see. In fact, going right back for those that didn't see yesterday, this zone right where the fleet is now is in between a whole series of pressure systems. There was a bit of a high still here up above. There's a really big area of instability. Normally this is full of trade winds up here, but it's just disappearing, in the Pacific. So this is 25 degrees south. That's a tropic, or 23. There's a tropic Capricorn up here, and there's just nothing happening. It's kind of weird weather, kind of strange. Anyway, so that was happening up there, and then you've got this big sort of a depression here, quite a massive one, creating this southwesterly airflow. And then over this side, you've got another low pressure, and there was a few little bits in here as well. So all these three systems, this is in between them all. So it's an area of instability that's going to play around with the fleet for the next 24, 36 hours until they can get moving and and make the most of it. So that's what's happening generally, but just a bit of a close-up as we walk it forward. So here we go, coming through. You can see here this band of southwesterlies is going to hold reasonably consistent. And so that means that Pentuic and Translated, they're already in it. They can keep going. And these guys have got to sail towards this wind slowly, and they'll be 3 knots slower on average maybe than Pentuic and Translated. So in 24 hours, that 3 knots is like 60 miles. So they're going to get another break if they're lucky. So here we come through. That's coming up to where are we? That's coming up to around about 24 hours time. The stronger winds are decreasing, by the way. There was probably 30, 40 knots in this southwesterly, but as they approach it, it's dropping back to sort of 30, maybe gusting 35, maybe higher, maybe gusting up to 40. But the forecast wind is not anywhere near 35 knots, so there's no weather alert for it. But they'll see on their barometers and so on that it is just a constant southwesterly airflow there. It's not an intense pressure system with wind changing directions and all that stuff. It's just something they're driving into. And this is sort of trying to form up into all these centers here are forming up into a bit of a high. You can see there, it's creating its own new high pressure system. So they'll all bounce together, and that could help Explorer and Sterner because they'll be on the back edge of that if it forms quick enough. And that seems to be what's going to happen. You can see these 3 little just boom, boom, boom. Looks as if it's starting to form up. That'd be good, but watch the back edge as well. So but certainly here we are on the 29th at 1:30, 7, 8, 9. So within 24 hours, the whole fleet here will be in this southwester. It's only Sterner and Explorer which will be struggling. And to give you an idea of where they'll be at that stage, in 36 hours, they'll probably be 150 miles ahead. No, not even that. Maybe up here somewhere. So if Explorer's heading the right way. If Explorer keeps going down the south, to get under 50, they'll be okay. Sterner's got to get down as well, otherwise they're going to be stalled up here, and Explorer could sail right underneath them. I'm not sure what Jeremy's up to there, but it's very hard, even with the forecasting that they may be getting, that it's not going to give them accurate positions of anything. It'll just give them generalizations because it's not too distinct. It's hard to give that as a forecast. And even then, this graphic that we're looking at here may not be totally accurate because it's just a big hole there. So anyway, the good news is that the majority of fleet then is sailing quite well in this big airflow here. So all of a sudden they're back to 200-mile days, leaving these guys behind and heading down the run line. They'll just basically follow that run line down. The next waypoint is probably 53 south or something. There's 50 degrees south latitude, so they'll be able to just roar down here. Good fast speeds, no storms. There you go into the 30th, and again, by then, it's coming up to, let's say that's okay. That's the 30th. Yeah, that's fantastic because that's 3 days. There's nearly 600 miles ahead. So in 3 days' time, you're going to see Penduic and so on. They're going to be right over here. They're well on their way, and they'll still be riding the southwesterly. By then, Sterner and Explorer will be in there as well, but they'll be quite a bit further back. So the whole fleet's got some really cool sailing for the next up until the 30th. So that's for sure. And then we'll just extend that. I'll keep bunching that through. What's going on here? So there's the 30th. We'll just see how long it's likely to last. Nothing, no big surprises. There we go. That's just a bit of a puff. If this forecast holds the same, they might get a little bit of some strange stuff there. But it looks like for the next 3 or 4 days, good speeds, good average speeds. So where's that put the leaderboard? Line Honours is starting to take shape now because you'll start to see a separation within the fleet. So it's going to be harder for it to be just a few miles of difference for any one position. But Penduic is holding Line Honours, Translated, Maiden, Spirit of Helsinki. So it goes, but there's only like 30, 40 miles in the whole thing. So Neptune, Triana, Galliana was secure. The most interesting one, of course, IRC. IRC overall. And here we go. So Triana, 34 days, 14 hours. Translated 9, 34 days, 17 hours. So for the 3 hours difference. Galliana with secure 35 days, 15. So Galliana is coming third, but a full day behind Triana and Translated 9. And then White Shadow is basically another full day behind Galliana with secure, but still doing fourth. That's not too bad at all for them. Neptune coming fifth, about 7 hours behind, and about 5 hours behind, something like that. Maiden, and then Evrika. Wow, Penduic's dropping way back every day. Every day she's going further back. Evrika's now performing better than Penduic. So Penduic holding 37 days and 15 hours, 37 days and 15 hours compared to 34 and 15. 34, 5, 6, 7, 3 days, exactly 3 days behind. So Translated 9 are neck and neck, even taking into account their penalty. So that's encouraging for them. And Spirit of Helsinki, the Spirit of Keep, as it goes down, Sterner and Explorer. Explorer's still coming last, but what the hell? They're still having fun. Although the funny part is, I told them not to do so many tweets about food, just make out their racing. And they're actually going okay. And all those sorts of funny tweets have sort of stopped a bit. Anyway, I think that's all we can show you here for now. Let's have a good look at what the Southern Ocean in general is looking like. Still pretty good. It is the right time of the year to be down here. It's the right time of the year to be down here. It's pretty reasonable. Lots of big holes, though. That's the only thing I'd say. Having these big calms, usually they mesh together a bit more than having these big funny bits in. The Ultims, of course, there's the Ultim Challenge, all the big, 100-foot trimarans racing around. They're over here. There's one about here somewhere, one here, and there's another one around here. And they're like just screaming. They'll do 1,000 miles in a day, just about, not quite, but really fast. So they'll be coming through sometime very soon, which will be fun to watch. Complete contrast to us. That's all I can show you there. So I'm going to come back now to this and say good day to everybody and see who's there. It's the weekend. Everyone's out doing their shopping. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. It must be out in the movies, although I don't know what the weather is in the Sable d'Olonne. It's probably cold. Here it is beautiful weather. So that's kind of cool. It is. It's nice, Elizabeth. Yep, really cool. As you go back, you have done 1 million times only, but you still forgot. What did I do? I forgot something. I'm not sure what I forgot. Anyway, I'll be in trouble. Ultim with OGR all together at Cape Horn. Yeah, no, the Ultims will go through really fast. I'm quite certain they'll zip through the Indian Pacific, and so the Pacific Southern Ocean very quick, so they'll get around first for sure. G'day Kathleen, g'day Annie. Yeah, good to see you. And you should be over here. Nigel, hi Don. You're sounding better health-wise from here in the UK. Yeah, I'm a bit better. It's gone out of my body. It's been in my head for the last couple of days. And Jane she's coming down with it now. And she's hardly got a voice and all that stuff. So that's cool. Everyone's had it. So we've been lucky. I think that's it. Okay. So have a good Saturday and we'll see you tomorrow and give you another update. And it's all looking very cool. When there's no pressure and nothing happening, I'm happy. Ooh.